My name is Olaf Mertens, and I am the coordinator and chef professor at the Canadian Food and Wine Institute. Feeding the community is something I started. I had a little bit of epiphany probably about 2.5 years ago, where I think I sort of defined who I was cooking for until I went to this event on the East Coast in Newfoundland, and I just found how grateful and thankful all people were to have someone cook for them. And I think I lost focus a little bit cooking for maybe some of more people with privilege and more of a bigger bank account. And that epiphany after doing that event, sort of saying I need to cook for people and not look at the monetary piece that's sort of associated with having me cook. Started helping out at a church in Burlington, and consistently for the last 2.5, 3 years I've been cooking for 500 to 600 people for 10 hours every Friday, starting late morning till they were all fed, and that's sort of where this sort of started. Now me moving, transplanting from Burlington and Mississauga into this area, living here now permanently, thinking I need to do something in my neck of the woods. We talked with the college, and there's also some food that sort of gets purchased through the week. Now, for example, quickly, a head of cauliflower can be this big or this big, and when we use it, sometimes we have about 5% left over from last week from all the classes, and with that, I wanted to be a little bit more sustainable. So the idea of us cooking for all people, just cooking for people, I guess that's sort of what my epiphany was. Cooking in our backyard and knowing that there was some food that was sort of left over every week, and came together with Gary and Craig and had a chance to speak to our president in his ear at one of his meetings, and that's how the idea of feeding people came together.
My name is Gary Torraville. I'm the Associate Dean for Canadian Food and Wine Institute. Olaf's been someone amongst our faculty who's been really involved, although he would never talk about it, feeding the community, working with local church groups for the last couple of years now doing that, and has been very vocal about his desire to help feed the community through the college as well. And so since last summer we've been talking about this and really thinking about ways that we could incorporate this into our own academics, and Olaf's been there to support that all along.
That's the other part, is that these students have a chance to repeat their skills over and over. So they may have cooked 8 chickens while they've been here, and now today we're doing another 40 chickens. So a chance to practice. They made sausage once or twice, and then last week they made 2 types of sausage. I could test their skills in a way that they knew how to make sausage, but I said make your own recipe. So that's why we got the tandoori sausage last week.
So the first week we did go to the Hope Center, and it was great to get the launch complete at that first site, and we delivered 150 meals to that community group, and it was obviously very welcomed by the members, and we were so pleased to finally launch this since we've been talking about it now for 6 or 7 months. So it was really nice to finally get to a community group for that first time, and to see really how excited they were to have us involved and to help support them.
Well, some of these students have gone with me Friday, and I've picked them up here at noon, and we've driven up to Burlington, and then they've helped cook for 600 people and had a chance to see what that's like when these 600 people, and I said you can eat as well, and they've had a plate and sat in with everyone else, and they don't look really any different from you and me. And then they told me about their stories back in India when they cooked at a temple, and they cooked for the needy as well. So yeah, I think honestly it's more, again, if we have a picture of it, I don't know, somehow I lost it, so I guess I assume everyone lost the vision of cooking for all people and not just people that could afford it per se. And I think we're teaching them not only the skills but sort of a holistic look.
Hi, I'm Tarun Keswani, and I'm from the Culinary Management program in Niagara College. I'm originally from Mumbai, India. I did my hospitality management from India, and then I decided to further study in culinary. So Canada was one of the best options that I could come in, and I'm here now.
My name is Jaskia Sani. I am in the Culinary Management Co-op program. I started in May 2019. I am from Mumbai, India. I started cooking in Mumbai 2015. That was my first hotel school which I joined, and it was a 3-year program where I learned about everything in a hotel, right from kitchen, front office, housekeeping, everything. And that's where I realized that kitchen is my field and that's where I want to go.
I've learned how to do things in production, as in when we cook for ourselves in the labs, we just cook for 1 or 2 portions. But here it's about 100, 150. So we learn production. That's essential, because when we go in the industry, we have to cook on larger scales.
Well, we've been trying to give 150 to every partner throughout the entire initiative, and we certainly would like to even give more, and there's opportunities for us to try to increase that over time, but we've been really working hard to make sure that we at least can deliver on our own internal promise of delivering 150 meals.
I'm Pam Sharp, and I'm the Executive Director of Project Share. We are, for general terms, the food bank that serves the residents of Niagara Falls who are living below the poverty line. But we do offer more than just emergency food. We have about 16 essential services that support families who are struggling to meet their basic needs in our community. The meals that we're receiving today from Niagara College are a huge help to our neighbours in need who are struggling with food insecurity. Sometimes it's challenging for people to donate perishable items, things that are fresh, but we really strive to have very nutritious food available because we believe everybody has a right to access healthy food. So the wholesome foods that you've provided today will really help us to make sure that our neighbours are not going hungry and have a nutritious and warm meal to cook when they go home today.
I think that's been a really important part of this entire concept, is that it really feeds what students are also looking for when they come to college, is to be a part of something greater than just the academic experience they have, and to actually be a part of helping the local community. And this entire project is something that has really broadened their horizons on the need for food locally, and also through them talking to other students has certainly spread the word of the value of what we're doing.
On my day offs, I look for something which is close by, so I can look for something like this outside, like Project Share or something. If somebody's up to it, I'll participate in that.
The fact that somebody has taken the time to prepare a nutritious meal for their family means a lot. We've asked our clients previously what they would do if they couldn't come to us for our emergency food program, and some of them have said, you know, their family would starve or they would end up behind bars because they would do anything that they could, if that even included having to steal to feed their family. So it's life-changing, really. I mean, everybody needs food, everybody needs nutritious food to live a healthy life, and it's a way that we can care for our community and help make it stronger.
You know, I think this really tugs at a lot of the heartstrings of what we try to do here, and I know that group in particular was really, really appreciative of the food, and it has actually resonated throughout the faculty. Chef Dan as well, who helps with logistics of delivering the food, was very, very openly moved by delivering food to them in the past.
We're heading off to a local community outreach program called Start Me Up in St. Catharines on Gale Crescent. Well, you know, I think the college as an institution, they need to be involved in community programs for sure, you know, to show support for the community, which is really good. We're involved in a lot of different community programs. I do a lot of soup competitions with Chef David Gibson Out of the Cold and St. Kevin's in Welland and stuff like that. It's just good for the college to kind of show their presence, for sure, and support the community.
My name is Jared Golba, and I am the center lead at Start Me Up Niagara. Start Me Up Niagara is a nonprofit agency with many different departments, and we have a housing team that helps people stay housed and transition from one housing placement to another. We have a work action center that helps with self-employment. In the drop-in center here we have mental health workers, addictions counselors. Start Me Up's meal program is very important to the community. In particular, this donation is going to go to our Out of the Cold program, which is a meal program 7 days a week. It runs from November through March, and each night of the week a separate church provides a meal and serves a meal. And in this case, Niagara College has generous enough to provide a healthy meal to the Tuesday night church, which should feed about 80 to 100 people tonight.
The big dream is that this becomes an academic playground, a chance for students to have mass production and mass skill repeats. So instead of taking 9 chickens apart in 2 years of academics, they can have a day here where they rip through 25, 30, 40 chickens plus the 9. So a chance to really home on their skills. This space could definitely be used early in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and then have a second use for this space here. So I think that that would be the biggest thing. This could be a main player, Monday to Friday, make enough food in 5 days with students academically and volunteers to really feed our students, feed our communities. Well, the project's grown that we were now able to start off with our main initiative of feeding our students first, our students with food insecurities. So this morning we had a delivery to both Welland and to right here. The students actually walked from residence to pick up their food. I saw that as I was walking in. There was 3 or 4 students with the black box, and they'll have a really full box as well. So we made sure that the portion was extra strong and tight for someone that's super hungry or someone wants to stretch that meal into 2. So it's such that, and I think we've now sort of in the overall community of St. Catharines, Welland, Niagara, we're seeing that the need is tremendous, and we also see really a cross variety of the demographics. We've really seen that there's in some of these facilities, it's us, it's students, it's everybody. So.